is still an important navigation spot for commercial fishermen these days. In the old days, the sailing ships and steamships used to go just outside of those outer rocks. And so this was very, very important to them in those days to keep them off the rocks, since they didn't have radar. You know, it's all that's needed to protect that part. Ceiling, you can see at the top, that's the exhaust for the old lamp to exhaust the smoke and fumes. From the outside, you know, there's a red round globe, but if you look at the base of that globe, it has holes all the way around it, and it pulls the air out through the top. On the outside of the windows, there's handles above and below, all the way around. The purpose of those is to hang on when they clean the windows, and they stand on the upper rail and hold on to the upper handles to clean those upper windows. Couldn't have any clear fights here.
Yes, not.
And especially with all this wind. I open this door over here on days when it isn't quite so windy because it gets very warm in here. And just even standing out there is pretty precarious. We use this curtain. As you can see, there's a curtain rod that goes around the lens. If this lens were to stop revolving on a day like today, even with the wind and the sun out, we have to close that as soon as possible until we can get somebody out here to restore the movement. Any idea why we have to do that?
Focus the heat too much.
Yeah, the refraction off of it, the sunlight off of it, is so powerful that the last fire it caused was in the campground. About mid-morning, the lens stopped revolving, and for some reason, nobody was here to catch it. And it caught the top of 4 trees on fire. It only took about 15 minutes from here clear to the campground.
This is like one panel.
Sure.
You're looking at.
Right.
So the light would be directed straight out. Now, one thing about this lens is when the sun was shining during the day, the light would be focused back into the middle. So if you look back up in here, you'll notice there are some curtains.
Yeah.
And so when they were up here working, they would have drawn the curtain. You know. And you think about the kerosene lantern with the sunlight reflecting on it or hitting on it, not a good thing. Red glass in 1890 was manufactured by mixing flake gold with the molten glass. So it was far cheaper to make the lenses clear and place them.
Yeah. With just the
Place
flat
with,
flannel.
There we go.
One of the differences between the British lens and the French lens is the French lens was about 15 inches shorter than the British lens, which is why they put this pedestal in here. Now, if you look over here, you've got a plaque on right here on this post. You have a plaque on that post that indicates that this lens was made by Barber & C, Paris, France, 1890. Manufactured in Paris, it was shipped from France to New York. It was
in like bales of straw or something.
It was in something.
Yeah.
I've read where it was shipped in some kind of like wood chips or something. I've also